In order to make the most out of hiring a virtual assistant, first you need to get absolutely clear on every aspect, every process and procedure that relates to how you do business. Once you get very clear on your systems and processes, the sky's the limit. Greetings, Anthony Washington here, and the purpose of this channel is to help you maximize your marketing efforts, your marketing budget for maximum profits and exponential growth. In order for now, this is a topic that is kind of near and dear to me because it's once I discovered it, the sky's been the limit. In order for your marketing campaign to be successful, it's going to require, if you really wanted to take it as far as you can, it requires strategic planning. Requires a narrow focus, especially when you're a small local business, a clear direction of how you're going to implement and maximize your marketing dollars. And the thing is that this type of focus, this type of effort takes up a considerable amount of time if you want it to be done correctly. Naturally, the one thing that small business owners and entrepreneurs struggle with is the fight against time, productivity, and the seemingly endless tasks that relate to the business. Ironically, the one thing that arguably is the most important thing for your business, the marketing, it always gets pushed back. Now, if this sounds familiar, then hiring a virtual assistant is a solution worth serious consideration for you. With the help of a singular, focused action on your marketing efforts, it won't take long to realize the return on your investment in productivity and the inevitable fruits that come from consistency. Whether it be a skilled professional who can contribute expertise to your marketing campaigns or a general assistant who performs basic tasks, the benefits of a virtual assistant are obvious. So let's talk about them real quick. Virtual assistants can be quite rewarding to a business owner's very great addition for entrepreneurs' business pursuits. I can attest to that. Digital marketing is becoming increasingly necessary, and the diligence that it requires in order to be effective, it can be a bit too much for owners operating with a limited amount of time, limited amount of expertise, and you need to be able to operate in your wheelhouse at all times, especially when you're the sole moneymaker, the sole practitioner. It's typical for business owners to believe they can't afford to hire help. It's typical for them to believe they can do it all, but that's why they're called virtual. These assistants are found in every part of the world, in certain places where this type of career choice is popular, and places where the U.S. dollar is stronger than others. The buying power is stronger, so that means you can get quality work done for a very reasonable rate. For example, it's not unusual to find assistants who can do data entry for your CRM or email management for less than $5 an hour, and that's actually a handsome income for them. Now, you've probably heard it before, but if you haven't, it's business principle gold. It's the truth. The goal is to work on your business and not in your business. So the best way to start from personal experience is on a project basis with virtual assistants. I know it can raise a lot of suspicions or a lot of questions and trepidation for people. So the best way to start is on a project basis, to do like a one-time thing, and then outsource maybe small tasks here and there, and then build up to it. You're not paying for any extra office space, any equipment, any overhead, insurance, or nothing like that. So again, virtual assistants are a great option. In order to make the most out of hiring a virtual assistant, first you need to get absolutely clear on every aspect, every process and procedure that relates to how you do business. In evaluating your business, you find that many smaller operations, the work that is being done is so intuitive and second nature to the owner, to where they can't actually articulate what it is that they do before they teach it to someone else. Therefore, they can't teach it to someone else. So this is a challenge that presents itself to most small business owners looking to make that next move towards growth. So it's going to take some time, clarity, and focus to design your standard operating procedures with precise details, and so the task can be completed and delegated. So don't skimp on this area. Don't be hesitant to seek help in designing your systems. Systems and strategy is a major component of my consultation with clients and how we implement their virtual assistants and maximize their marketing budget. Virtual assistants can help with your email marketing. Successful email marketing is one thing that involves a considerable amount of little small details that need to happen. And this can include inputting data or text into templates through your, if you have like a newsletter, it could be like adding links, call to actions, or updating and segmenting your database. A lot of this can be automated, but there's a lot of times there needs to be an operator to help that automation. A virtual assistant is ideal for such tasks while you focus on just crafting the information, creating the content itself, and then letting them handle the small details. Speaking of crafting your message, this doesn't necessarily have to be done solely by the business owner or entrepreneur. Many times you can outline the objective for your pieces of content and outsource the task of creating the meat of the message, so to speak. Virtual assistants can help turn your audio content into a transcribed blog post or a text video. They can have blog posts fit certain formats that need to be adhered to make it search engine friendly. And if you decide to hire a virtual assistant to actually create content for you, ensure that the professional has some knowledge to write authoritatively on your subject. And that leads me to SEO. SEO is something that is very time consuming, but it does have reap its reward long term. There are virtual assistants with experience that can help shortcut that process considerably. SEO requires keyword research and density analytics and metadata and other meticulous tasks that can pretty much drain your creativity and your time and your focus. So a virtual assistant assigned specifically to this task can prove worthwhile. I've seen where you write a bunch of articles and then kind of batch that off to a virtual assistant to where they can kind of go through through everything that you've written as far as your articles, and they can format it for the SEO. That's a great way to hire a virtual assistant, maybe on a project basis or for once a month, or however you want to do it. And again, this is part of my consultation with people, so there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. And of course, you got virtual assistants who can help with social media marketing. This is a no-brainer. You're only as poised for visibility, growth, and opportunity to the degree that you have a presence on social media. That's just usually a fact with most industries. And social media is the place where everybody's eyeballs are looking nowadays. Everybody's on their phone. So you can hire a virtual assistant to create and post on your profile, even respond to comments, create text, and all types of different posts. A lot of times you'll see where small business owners and entrepreneurs have a dedicated social media assistant. This is a great way to use your resources, your small marketing budget, to grow your reach on social media. So again, the overall theme with hiring virtual assistants is to boost productivity and consistency, because that's the essential thing to getting the results that we seek as business owners. So our time is precious. It's the most precious commodity that we have, and the more we're able to focus our time doing the most valuable actions, the bigger we can scale up the ladder. And this is all about scale. So the obvious solution is to hire help, but it may not be as obvious to hire virtually, overseas maybe. So that's where the paradigm shift can be for a lot of business owners, small business owners, to look overseas and look for virtual assistants to maximize your marketing budget. Again, you got to be very detailed, very clear and concise, very clear and detailed on your procedures and your systems. Once you get very clear on your systems and processes, the sky's the limit with virtual assistants. You basically can have a machine running with remote people. So that's all I have. Hopefully that helps somebody. I'll leave any pertinent resources or information below this video, and I'll see you on the next one.